Aye.
Just wanted to first say congratulations for earlier this week. Now looking ahead to the derby, what sort of game are you expecting?
Tough one, as always. Premier League game. Good thing for us that you are going to play home, and we love the environment. We love everything about the Craven Cottage matches as well, and for us will be a very good feeling again. Of course, we have been strong away from home this season. I have to say, we have been a really tough team to play against. Even if you had a heavy defeat against City, you know why the things happened, because that first half we were really solid again, and we matched really them. At home, of course, our first game was not the best against Brentford, but after that we had a very good victory against Luton, an important one. Plus the Norwich match last Wednesday, and you are in a good moment. You are growing as a team. We are being competitive as I want always our team to be, and it's going to be a tough game.
What have been your observations to Chelsea's start to the season?
I'm not here to analyze Chelsea and what we have been doing. I understand your question, but my focus is in Fulham Football Club. Of course, as we expect, this week is a week for us to prepare Chelsea, and of course we are doing our job to analyze them and to prepare well the game. And for me, it's clear Chelsea is Chelsea, and no one can underestimate them because the quality is there. Of course, they haven't started the way they would like to be. Of course, since Mauricio came, he's trying to get the teams in the right direction for them to fight for titles that like they want to be. But really, it's not the most important thing for us. We look for ourselves. We are analyzing them. We are going to have a plan to the match like we have always. It's not going to be different than what we did against Norwich. We did last week against Palace. We do always the same. This is the right. This is the next game, and for us, is the right one to prepare well.
And do you feel that for you, this derby is coming at the right time?
It's not. It's the schedule. I don't go in this direction. To be honest, I don't like to look in this direction for the match. It's the schedule. We knew that after Norwich we are going to play against Chelsea. It doesn't matter what they did last game or last two games. Okay, they after the defeat against Villa, they reacted and they won again the game against Brighton in the Carabao Cup. They went through in the competition. It was one of their goals for that competition for sure, and now they are going to face us here at Cottage. Of course, we respect them, not different than the respect we have with the others, with Palace last week, with Luton the week before, with Norwich, or the next one against Sheffield for us will be the same. Of course, we play home, and we know, of course, we cannot hide that it's a derby, and it's always a special one for our fans. It's really special derby, and what we want really and what we can promise them is just that we are going to give our maximum really for the shirt and to make them proud.
End of the Norwich game, you spoke about Alex Iwobi. He made his full debut for you. What did you make of his performance?
Very good, very good. He's a player that I know really well. He's a player that knows Premier League so well. He's mature. He knows the league. He has the quality. Can play in different positions. Can help us in many different ways as well. And he's a player that will give that extra quality that we need in some moments of the game, and that extra energy as well. It was good for him to score in his first game that he started with the Fulham shirt, and of course I want to see more from him. But he's going to be a really, really important player for us, and I'm pleased for him with his first game that he started.
Do you have any injury updates for us?
As you know, the game is just on Monday. Of course, you have to keep assessing players after the Norwich game. The players they have the day off. We are going to start this morning later morning to prepare the game against Chelsea. 3 days to prepare the game. Of course, you have to keep assessing them. From the last game, what I can say that Tosin will still out, as Adama Traoré. Kenny Teti, we are going to keep assessing him to see how he's going and to take decisions. Probably Sasa Lukic is going to be involved in the squad list.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Manager.
Hi, Marco. Not sure if you're aware of this, but the opening 6 games this season, you've had the
same results or the same ending to the results, 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 defeats as last season. Where do you then rank maybe how you got on this season compared to last season? Does it feel like you're at least, you haven't gone backwards, but you're maybe not moving forwards in the way you wanted? Or not quite?
Can you repeat? Sorry.
Sorry, you've had the same start this
I
season.
know. In terms of points, yeah.
How do you feel then compared to last season that you're getting on this season?
But can you repeat the way you finished the question, please?
I can't remember what I said. Do you feel that maybe you're doing not as well as last season, or do you think maybe you're doing the same, or are you doing better than last season?
First, it's going to be impossible for us to compare one thing with the other because different season. It's the same manager, the same football club, but different players too. And I'm not here to compare with last season. Of course, it's a coincidence that right now you have the same points, the same number of wins. I think draws and loses as well. It's just if you look right now with 6 games, it looks the same season, but it's completely different season. At least 3 of the opponents, they are going to be different as well, and I'm not here to compare. Of course, we have had a completely different pre-season. Of course, it's my 3rd season. Some of the players they are with me, and they were with me the last 2 seasons. They know really well what I wanted from them, what are the standards really, and what should be always our approach. Others, they need more time to adapt the way we want to play, what I demand from them, and will take time. Will take time. It's normal. We have some players that just arrived in the last week of the market, but we are here to work with them and to see what's going to happen. What I want and what I promise always that we are going to be competitive. I'm here to make our players to grow, individually and collectively as well. And to keep improving the football club in all the aspects that I can. This is my main goal, of course, is not to compare what we did last season with this season.
You mentioned Chelsea maybe made the start that they wouldn't have wanted. They've been a bit unpredictable. Does that make it tricky for you to prepare for a team you don't quite know what you're going to get from them?
Will not be tricky because we respect really Chelsea. We look for Chelsea, and for me, Chelsea is Chelsea, even if they didn't have the season they expected last one, and probably everyone was expecting them to start stronger this season because they, again, after last January, they signed a big number of players and very good players again, and the money they spent as well. But the things they take time, and for sure Mauricio and all the staff and the players, they want to keep improving and they want to react. And because that, I started saying that Chelsea is Chelsea, and if someone underestimates that, it's going to be the first mistake that you are making to win a football match. The respect is with all is not different than with the other teams. It's not really different. The only thing that is different in this football match is because it's a derby, and it's different than the last one that we had against Norwich and start here in this press conference. Last game against Carabao Cup, against Norwich Carabao Cup, I had 2 persons here, 2 people with me. Now I have much more. Just you look different for this game. We look in the same way.
Fair enough. And just lastly, you mentioned the game against Chelsea at Fulham last season. Obviously, it was a very good night for yourself. But the Chelsea team now is completely different from last season. Does that mean that you can't really use anything from that win on Monday, going into Monday?
You are not going to use. We are not going, as I said, they are different. We are different as well. Not just Chelsea team are different. We are different as well. And of course the game is going to be different. The game is going to be different moment of the season. I think we cannot. Of course we can have a look for some things, but it's going to be completely different manager. How I'm going to prepare a game with Chelsea if the manager is completely different. Of course, we are not going to this direction. We normally it's not something that we do. We look for them, what they have been doing. We play with them in the summer series as well under Mauricio, and we are going to analyze the game in a completely different way.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jay. With more broadcast, Ruben, you have a question for broadcast.
Ruben.
Mauricio Pochettino, what do you think of him as a manager? Do you respect him?
I think you know the question, you know the answer. Of course, I respect like like all the managers. But of course, I have very good relationship with Mauricio. He's not. I don't know how many times we already play against each other in Premier League, and of course he's a very good manager. What he did in Southampton and after in Tottenham, the way he make them to grow, and after the spell that he had in France with PSG as well, and just a manager with the CV that he had is able to come back to England again and to start with Chelsea. Of course, is a tough job. Like my job is tough, and all the jobs in Premier League they are tough. But of course, huge respect. He's a very good manager, very good guy as well, and of course, will be nice to see him again.
Two of the big signings Chelsea made were Moises Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. Are those good players in your eyes? What challenges will they pose to the likes of Fulham on Monday?
I think I don't need to speak about them individually because you know their quality. You are talking about two players that they almost spent 250 million. I think speaks about the quality and how much they wanted him in their squad. Enzo last January and Caicedo last summer as well. Okay, as I said, I think they are plus Galler in that midfield area. They have the quality, they have the energy, they have the organization to create a very good fight with our midfielder line as well. I think it's going to be a very good fight in that area of the pitch because they have the quality and the energy as well.
It's been at Fulham 2 years now. In that time, how important is the derby against Chelsea? How much of an occasion is it on Monday?
Okay, you recognize how it's important when you feel the fans, to be honest. For us, okay, it's a derby and we expect, but probably no, it's the closest club from our football club, and of course that makes the derby slightly different, but we have some others like in London as well. But you start to feel that the game probably is more important is for our fans. But for us, we go in the direction that we want to be competitive, we want to fight for the 3 points, we are playing home and we want to make their life really difficult as well. And you start to feel, even last season I had that feeling, how is important for our fans. For sure they had we gave them a very good week I think it was last January when we played against them at Cottage. After the match we felt how they were proud again from ourselves, and it's really special for them. For us it's going to be a derby. You want to get a good result, you want to make them proud again, and what we can promise is that we are going to give our maximum again for the shirt and to make them proud again.